Okay, so it's this one for sure. And it's the spider spirit. That's what you got this month, Taurus, and it's make your dreams real. So the spider energy is the kind of energy where you really have to piece things together, just like you're sewing a web. You do it piece by piece by piece by piece. And once you have your web and you've sort of sowed all your seeds, I guess, if you would say, you create this sort of net and it draws people in, and it's a communication network. You can also, when you ping on the spider web, you can hear an echo. Like, so what you're doing is you're casting your message out there, and everyone hears the echoes of it, and it brings a lot of positive energy towards you. But it's also a card of a lot of work, of putting in the time to really sow that network. Okay, so that's what this card is about. That's your guidance for the month of September. Then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an idea of what your story is. So I always use Rider-Waite when it comes to stories, and also the Celestial deck, because that gives us the story from the constellations. And this is more sort of outer realm sort of story from the Rider-Waite, where it's sort of metaphysical. So let's see what's going on here. So I'm pulling 3 cards because that's how I've been feeling these things out lately from each deck to see what they're about. Okay, Taurus. So you could also say that you want a good story, and maybe that would happen if you type that down below. Say, I want a good story for the month of September. Like, what is going to happen for me? Or what message do I need? All right, so we'll turn over these cards first. And I know that it's difficult to see them, so I will show them to you, but first I'm going to tell you what they are. So on the Celestial deck, you got 3 of Cups in reverse, the Capricorn Devil card, you got that, I'm sorry, the 3 of Cups is actually right side up, so it's direct. And then you have reverse the Capricorn Devil card, and then right side up the 10 of Wands. And then on the Rider-Waite, you have the Knight of Cups upside down, and then you have 7 of Swords, which is right side up, and then you have the 2 of Swords right side up. So let's just start with what the Celestial story has to say. Okay, so when you have Argus and the 3 of Cups upside down, that means there's some sort of miscommunication. There's some missed opportunity, possibly, and also it could lead you to feel stuck or stagnant, and it's just not, you feel like there's not a lot of cooperation at this time in your life. So, and it's emotionally sort of tearing into you and making you feel really disconnected as well. And then also you have the Capricorn or Devil card that is right side up for you. So this means to me that also with this disconnect or this missed opportunity, you feel like it affected so far it's affecting your money, it's affecting your prosperity. And because sometimes the Devil card has a lot to do with wealth, and it can manifest in sort of a negative way, like too much, you want wealth too much. And so it's basically telling me right now that there's some disappointment going on around missed opportunities in wealth. And then we have, again, the 10 of Wands, which is upside down, which is telling me that, again, you're having a hard time manifesting what you want. I mean, this is pretty clear here. I don't know exactly why, so that's what the constellations are telling me, but let's look at the Rider-Waite to find out why that's happening. So you have the King of Cups, and it's upside down for you. King of Cups is upside down. Actually, I wanted to show you these a little bit more, too, so you can see them before we do that, which is the Argos and the Capricorn, and then the 10 of Wands. So this one here is the Knight of Cups, and it's upside down for you. Okay, so this again, cups are about emotions and moving forward. With a knight charges in, moving forward with this something to give, with some sort of emotion to give, and this is upside down for you. So you sort of need, in a way, I feel like you need to be rescued at this moment, like something. It just makes you feel stuck and stagnant, and you just want some sort of relief. And that is why you're getting this card with the Seven of Swords being right side up, because you need to kind of cut your losses at this point. You need to move forward. There's something that's just holding you back, and it's time for you to just say, okay, I've got to get out of this situation. And this makes complete sense, having the Two of Swords like this, meaning that you feel stuck, you feel blind, you feel like, what is happening? I really need to get out of this. I need to make a decision. And, unfortunately, this story here hasn't really told me much about what why you feel stuck. It's just telling me that you do, or that there was some sort of missed opportunity and now you need to move forward, you need a decision. So maybe when I pull this energy card right here, it will tell me something that's going on to give us some sort of clarification. And so if you want clarification, please, type down below, give me some clarity, because I feel like that's definitely what you need. But this is a month, September is a month of clarity. So if you still feel like you're struggling, it's going to really help. Things are going to really resolve, especially at the end of September. You're going to notice that you're definitely in the right direction, because Saturn will be going direct. Okay, so don't despair. Okay, you're going to get some good energy. I really feel like an infusion of really good energy from these energy cards right now. That's going to give us some sort of really definitive answer on what's going on for you. I can feel the energy, but I have to wait for the right card. Okay, it's this one. What is this? Appreciation. Okay, so this card actually really solves a lot of problems, even though you don't really realize how much appreciation really works in your favor. So at this time where you feel stuck and you feel like you can't manifest anything, I think that you're probably being too hard on yourself, and that things are going to change for you this month. So just look around and appreciate everyone. And that could also be why you pulled that spider card, because appreciation is something that sort of blooms out and touches everyone. So if you have felt like disconnected from your friends, or that you maybe lost some sort of opportunity, or these sort of things where, like, sort of like your web broke a bit. So rebuild that. And one of the ways to rebuild that is to really start to just show others appreciation. So if there's some people that's in your network that you haven't talked to in a long time, you want to reach out, because I also feel like a really strong isolation at this time. Just, cosmically, we've all been on lockdown, but for some reason, people are getting more quiet in the month of August. People are really, just being like, first everybody was using Zoom to talk to each other, or FaceTime, or and really saying, oh, what do you think about this, everything that's going on, and just connecting. And then there's this silence. Like, for a while, I felt this silence, and then everybody started to get real busy, real chaotic, and just things were happening. Like, I heard, oh, this person wrecked their car, this person, like, something happened at the vet, or something happened at the hospital, like all this craziness. So everybody's scurrying about. So I think that to go out and appreciate your friends, appreciate people at work, appreciate your family, and say, hey, what's going on with you? Like, I would really, appreciate talking to you. And I appreciate, like, that I have a roof over my head. I appreciate that I'm safe. I appreciate that, I'm healthy. So there's a lot. It's one of those things that even like Zig Ziglar will tell you, that the more you appreciate people, the more things happen to you and for you. Okay. So this card actually solves a lot of problems. And I think, and I'm not saying that you didn't have appreciation before. It's just that you need to vocalize it and bring it to the forefront and really start to focus on it. Okay.